So here we are in the kitchen this evening making some lazy cabbage rolls. What you're going to need for this is some cooked and seasoned beef, however you like it. I just used some frozen beef, threw it in the pot, seasoned it up with some homemade barbecue sauce and some hot peppers. You're going to need some rice, enough to feed your family, follow package instructions, and that's looking good. Today we are using Savoy cabbage because it's all veiny and looks really cool. I'm going to thin slice this, add it at the end. So right away to the sauce, we're just going to chop up a couple of onions, some garlic, and some celery. Get that in there, let it soften down. And as that's happening, I'm going to chop up these Roma tomatoes, this red pepper, and these cute little mushrooms here and add them right in there. Then we're going to let that simmer down, and about 5 minutes before we're going to serve dinner, we're going to add this Savoy cabbage on top. Put the lid on the pot, let it steam down a little bit, mix it up, serve it on top of rice or quinoa or pasta or whatever you want to have cabbage rolls with. Traditionally it's rice, I believe, but that's how we're serving it today. So here we go. Lazy cabbage rolls. So here we have the onion, celery, and garlic. I'm just going to toss them into the pot. And then chop up the red pepper and the tomatoes. Here we go. Here we have the tomatoes all chopped up. They're nice and juicy. I'm going to dump them into this pot. Now in between chopping and adding, you want to keep the lid on so it maintains a good moisture in there, because that's what's going to steam your cabbage down at the end of it. Now, this recipe is kind of really handy if you're short on time, or if you're on a budget. You can substitute for a can of tomatoes, throw that in. As long as your meat has a good seasoning on it, you can get away with it. Use whatever you have. Like if you've got tomatoes in your garden, use garden tomatoes. You don't like onions, don't add them. It's just how I do it, and I've done it in as long as it takes to cook the rice. Can of tomatoes in with the meat, steam the cabbage. This is my favorite way to do it though. I love the fresh Roma tomatoes. So here we go, adding it to the pot, and then we're just going to keep chopping and adding. Here we go, I've got some mushroom and some red pepper chopped, and the mix is looking pretty good. So I'm going to add this, cover it, and let it simmer while I thinly slice that cabbage. Alright, it's looking really good there. Alright, so we've got that cabbage all chopped up. It's pretty fluffy, it looks like a whole lot, but that's why we use such a large pot for this. Because once the steam's a little bit, it will relax. And then we mix it in and serve it out. So this will make a lot. You probably will have extra. It will freeze. And just thaw it out and use it on for your dinner. So I'm just going to cover this up and let it warm up in there for probably about 5 minutes, and then we'll be serving it. So here's what it looks like after that cabbage is softened up a little bit. I'm going to give it a stir around and then plate it up. And here we go, a nice plate of lazy cabbage rolls on rice. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you try it out. Check it out. Quick and easy dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.